friends, I want to start a new reading vlog. I am very excited because I am going to an author event out of town, and I haven't been to one in so long. Like so many years. I also haven't flown since 2019, I think. No, that's not true. I did fly. I went to a work conference in 2022. Yep, I remember that. So it's been a couple of years since I've flown, and I have a lot of anxiety about it because I also have chronic illness, and I've been having a hard time with my energy levels, and pretty much been either on the couch or in my bed. And I've done a few things, but for the most part, you know, chronic illness has been running my life. So yeah, I am supposed to fly out tomorrow and have a ridiculous layover. Today's Monday. The author event is Wednesday, and I'm flying back Thursday. So fly out Tuesday, go to the author event on Wednesday, come back Thursday. So by the title of this vlog, you know, I'm going to meet Alice Feeney. I'm so excited. I first read her books 2019, I think. 18. When I read her, the first one I read was Sometimes I Lie, and it was just a random pick off of the library bookshelves, like I do. And then I loved it and ended up reading everything that she put out after that. Scotland, she's coming over to the US for just a handful of dates for this new book that she has out, which is supposed to be released, which is going to be released tomorrow, Tuesday. And it was a book of the month pick in December, but brain fog, man. I already had a pre-ordered copy, so I did not get it from book of the month. So I haven't read it yet. I have tried to avoid any and all reviews of it. But I will get it when I am up there, meet her. It is where my sister lives. It's at my favorite bookstore. And so I'm going to be staying with my sister. And it was something that she gave me for Christmas. I'm not sure what I'm going to read. I just pulled off the shelves A Little Luck by Claudia Pinheiro. I read a couple of books off of my TBR, and I look over there because that's where it is, but I read a couple of my books off my TBR so far, and yeah, I just thought nothing really was interesting me. The ones I have left are mysteries, and I want to read Alice Feeney's book right away. So, and I know obviously that's going to be a mystery thriller, I guess. Is more her genre. I don't know. I feel like they're thrillers and there's a mysterious element to it. Yeah, I'm babbling. So I'm gonna try a couple chapters or just a little bit of this. I already have read Elena Knows by Claudia Pinheiro, so I know I like her writing style. I just want a small floppy paperback because I'm just gonna take a carry-on. And I also know I'm going to have a hardback coming, like I'm going to get a hardback copy of Alice Feeney's new book on my way back. So we'll see. I'm also feeling really unwell. So I'm trying to pep myself up so I will go. Because right now, yeah, I'm anxious that I'm not going to have the energy, but I don't know. The good news is when I get back Thursday, I took Friday off, and then we have the weekend, and then we have a holiday on Monday. So I'll have plenty of rest time afterwards. So yeah, come with me and meet one of my favorite authors. I just wanted to do a quick update. I went to the Alice Feeney event, got to meet her. She's very delightful and really funny. But yeah, there were, I think they said over 100 people there. I'll insert some clips. Haven't done a whole lot extra. And I'm going to put this down. Haven't done a whole lot of extra stuff while I've been here because I flew in yesterday. Didn't get in until like 9-ish yesterday. And then today, everybody was at work. And honestly, I was in recovery mode because I definitely overdid it with all the travel yesterday. So yeah, I ended up laying on the couch for most of the day and watching documentaries. But yeah, I went to the event. It was amazing. Had a great time. Got to talk to bookish people. I'm currently reading A Little Luck by Claudia Pinheiro, which I think I mentioned I was taking with me. And I'm really enjoying it. I am like pretty much right at halfway. And I want to finish that before getting into this. But this is next up. I'm hoping that I can start this on the plane tomorrow. I'm going back to Atlanta tomorrow, and not as much of a layover. So I think I'm going from Cincinnati to Nashville, then Nashville to Atlanta, which it's still going to be a long day at the airport. Yeah, it's still going to be a long day, not as long. But this is just a totally unlike me kind of thing that I've done for myself. And it felt good. And it felt like it's about time. Yeah, so it's been a lot of fun, and I'm gonna go to bed because I'm really tired. I'm back home. I didn't do a ton of vlogging yesterday. It was another travel day mainly. But I was really tired, like super tired. And yeah, it was just an airport. There's some, so I've never been to the Nashville airport. Nashville's so close to Atlanta that if I've ever gone there for anything, I just drive. And it was just so fitting when I got off the plane from Cincinnati, walked through the gate, and there was a country music singer like singing, and they had several at different restaurants throughout the airport, and it was actually atmospheric, I guess. I ended up spending some time in reading in this one area of the airport, and the woman they had singing, I wish I had found out her name, but she was doing really well. She, I don't think, took a break for more than an hour, and she sang things like Britney Spears and Extreme, and I think she's Melissa Etheridge, like just a wide variety of things. So I also didn't do much reading, and the flight from Nashville to Atlanta was like 30 minutes, and there were some boisterous people sitting in front of me, so I just closed my eyes and had some relaxation time, tried to tune everybody out. And then, yeah, I got home and played with the pups, or the pup and the kit. Hopper acts like a dog, so I always think of him as a dog. I had a hard time sleeping last night, which is just life with chronic illness. So I actually haven't started Beautiful Ugly yet, and I'm going to today because I would like to read this in this vlog, since it's the Alice Feeney vlog. So I'm going to start this today. So I finished Beautiful Ugly by Alice Feeney, her new book that just came out this week. As you will have seen, I ended up doing a puzzle and coloring and stayed up way too late Friday night listening to this. And I finished it this morning. And oh my gosh. If you want a twisty, turny, definitely unreliable narrator, I feel like that's like a staple of Alice Feeney's books, is an unreliable narrator. You don't really know what's going on. You don't know who to trust. Yeah, this is definitely one for you. In this book, we're following Grady, who is an author. And in the beginning of the book, he is named a New York Times bestseller. His book is on the New York Times bestseller list, and he's celebrating. He's waiting for his wife to get home, and she goes missing. And then it jumps to a year after she went missing, and Grady's life has kind of fallen apart, and he gets kind of the chance of a lifetime, his last chance, really, to write another novel. And yeah, there's a lot, that goes on. But I didn't feel like it was too much. It felt like a cohesive thriller that in the end was definitely a what the heck kind of response. And yeah, at the event, Alice Feeney said that she doesn't always know how they're going to end when she starts writing them, but this one she did. And so that was interesting, like hearing some of what she said on how she wrote this book was interesting to know while reading this. So it was really cool. Thank you for coming with me on my trip and to meet Alice Feeney. I didn't do a whole lot of vlogging at the event because honestly it was a huge crowd. I was probably the only one masked, so I tried to stay away from folks just so that I didn't get sick. And I didn't get to see that much of my family because of scheduling. You know, my sister and brother-in-law work, my nephew's at school. I did get to play, he's learning how to play card games, and so we were playing slapjack. That was kind of fun. I did not win at all. But I had a lot of fun doing this, and in the future, I had this planned before I set out to do my low spend year, and so I definitely, I didn't spend much money at all on this trip, but the trip did cost me money, like pet sitting. I think I got 2 meals, one on the way up there and one on the way back in the airport, and we know that's really expensive. And I did get some coffees, some fancy coffees. A couple were bought with gift cards, but I did buy some. So I will kind of wrap that up when I wrap up my no spend January. And I think what I had planned to do was add a couple of days in February because I knew I would be spending some money. But we'll talk more about that at the end of the month. But again, thank you for coming with me and my fangirldom for Alice Feeney. I love her work. And I have a couple that I don't actually have physical copies of. The first 2, Sometimes I Lie and I Know Who You Are, I don't have physical copies of. So at some point, I hope to find some maybe thrift store copies of those and revisit them. Highly recommend Beautiful Ugly. I did listen to the audiobook because it is narrated by Richard Armitage, who, yeah, just dreamy. And he has done the last couple of her books, I think. I know he did His and Hers narration, and I think he did Rock, Paper, Scissors. I can't remember. But he did this one as well, and it was really good. So thanks for hanging out with me and traveling with me, and I will be back soon with some updates on reading and how my month's going. I hope you all are doing well. Please remember to like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.